Here we go. Now at noon, historic flash flooding in central Indiana. Roads washed out, neighborhoods evacuated, and schools closed. We have team coverage as communities work to keep people safe. This is a live look right here in Muncie, where you can see water rescues are actually underway. Our Rich Nye is there. He's going to join us in just a moment as we look at some of those harrowing moments from Muncie and really across east central Indiana. Welcome to 13 News at noon. I'm Dustin Grove. Let's start with meteorologist Sean Ash, who's been tracking this system really for more than 24 hours now, and it's not over yet.
No, partner, and listen, I hate to say this. I'm afraid in some areas that the worst may be yet to come. So let's get right into radar here. And if you have our app or don't, you just know that severe thunderstorm watch has just recently been issued. It includes the Indy metro area. We'll show you, and I want you to know, flash flood emergencies for Muncie, for Henry County, for Wayne County, for parts of Fayette counties. And there's the heavy axis, and you can see it's drifting a little southwest of Muncie for now. But as we look back to the west, look at all of this. Some of this will have severe wind with it. We'll have the timeline coming up in just a little bit.
We're going to come right back to you. In the meantime, one of the hardest hit areas we've seen so far is in Delaware County. Rich Nye is live in Muncie for us with a closer look at what he's seeing. Rich, I know schools were canceled today. We're also hearing and seeing some of those evacuations and water rescues as well. What have you learned?
Yeah, this was supposed to be the first day for Muncie Community Schools, and some kids were actually picked up on the bus, and then at some point they decided we just need to turn around and take these kids home because so many of the streets in Muncie started to look like this. This is Vine Street. We're at 17th and Vine Street, and in about a 5-by-5 block area, Muncie Fire Department has spent the morning evacuating people from their homes. In fact, the crew here just came back with this inflatable boat empty because some people are still refusing to be evacuated, and they're not being forced to evacuate right now. But you can see on this street, and if you look even farther down, there are cars that are essentially submerged to the windows, if not higher. And some of these homes have 1 or 2 feet of standing water in them. As the rain has come heavy today here in Muncie, actually, this is a light rain compared to what we've been dealing with for about the last hour. Now let me show you what we saw when we got here about 10:15 this morning as these water evacuations were underway. The Muncie Fire Department going down Vine Street and bringing people out of their houses with their pets, family by family, group by group, and bringing them back to dry land here at the end of the street. And again, this is going on in about a 5-block area where this low-lying area has flooded, and Muncie Fire Department tells me it's flooded like never before. I talked to a few of the folks who just got out of their homes.
We got 2 foot of water in our house. Everything's ruined.
When did it start to come up?
Well, about 6 this morning.
When did you know you were in trouble?
6:30. It happened quick. Yeah, real quick.
How do you handle this? I mean, you seem to have a pretty good attitude.
There's no use in fighting it. It's going to happen. We know it's going to happen. So when it happens, we just got to start back over and just try to prevent it from happening again. But you can't do that.
And that's Roy Foreman. He told me that we just talked to him on Channel 13 about a month ago when there was flooding in this area. So this is an area that has been a flooding problem, and more recently a flooding problem, but this is the worst that they have seen it. And you're seeing now back here live just how bad it is today as this water has continued to creep toward us on Vine Street. Again, evacuations continuing. We're under a flash flood warning here in Muncie. The rain has again let up just a little bit, but we can see the radar, and there seems to be more heavy rain on the way to the Muncie area today. There may be continuing evacuations throughout this afternoon.
And Rich, I just cannot imagine waking up to that this morning and having to leave. Let's check back with you again in a little bit. In the meantime, let's go back to Sean. Sean, Give us some perspective here. We've heard from people in Muncie, and Rich mentioned it, they have never, ever seen anything like this.
Listen, and they're absolutely right. You know, this is a significant historic flood event that's underway. We're dealing with the flash flooding right now. A few days from now, it's going to be the river flooding, which could also be historic in some areas. Radar rainfall estimates exceeding 6+ inches in Delaware County. The hot spot has been near Cambridge City, over a foot. So to put into perspective, we are taking 2 to 3 months worth of rain and squeezing it into a matter of 12 hours. I have arrows on the counties that are under not only flash flood warnings, but flash flood emergencies. Those are not issued a lot. It is definitely warranted in this case for life-threatening conditions. We may see additional flash flood emergencies issued. So Rich is in Muncie, and he's right that heavy access for right now has just slid to the south and southwest. This is all flooding rain that we're concerned about. Then as we go upstream, here comes another complex that we talked about. And it has prompted some severe thunderstorm warnings for 60+ mile-per-hour wind potential. You can see everything is focused around the metro for the time being. We've got the severe thunderstorm watch that goes until 5 p.m. And I expect that what's going to be happening here is that between about 1:30 and 4 o'clock, that will be the hit time for the metro. But look where this is going. It's going over those areas that are currently under flash flood emergencies. That's why I think the flooding is going to get worse in the hours ahead. We'll have more coming up in the 7-day forecast.
All right, thank you, Sean. We have had so many videos and pictures coming in, and this is one of the most shocking we've seen. This is from Henry County. Flash flooding actually washed out that road in Newcastle. What you're seeing now is what's left of Riley Road, just east of State Road 3. A big part of the road collapsed as water rushed through the creek. And then in other parts of the city, like these pictures you're seeing here, the water actually reached over 3 feet. Mayor Greg York says emergency crews are having difficulty actually responding due to flooded streets. He told 13 News earlier this morning he's urging everybody to be patient and cautious as the city deals with what he says is unprecedented flooding.
You know, they are trying to blockade the worst areas, and we get a call. We pull up to one and get a call for another one. So, you know, I'm not sure we have enough barricades, to be quite honest with you. But we're on it, and we're working as hard as we can to get the roads blocked off.
Yeah, countless road closings across east central Indiana. The Newcastle Police Department says if you need help to evacuate, they want you to call 911. All right, let's take a live look now at travel restrictions in place right now across our state. Nearly a dozen counties are under some sort of travel advisory. The one in red you see there, that's Henry County, which is under a level 1 warning. That means people are asked to just stay off the roads completely. Wayne and Fayette counties, they're under orange, which means essential travel only. And then if you look up in the northwest part of the state, there are several counties under travel restrictions there because of the damaging wind and just devastating storms yesterday there. They had winds nearly 100 miles an hour. And now to Winchester, that's in Randolph County. Paula Keys-Polai sent us this video. You can see those floodwaters covering the driveway almost up to the front door, along with the yard off to the side. And then these pictures here are from Cambridge City. This is in Wayne County. You can see how high the water got there, covering roads and parks and yards, pretty much you name it. Let's talk power outages now. Across Indiana, there are about a little over 290,000 outages across the state. These outages started with the first round of storms yesterday and then continued overnight and into this morning. We're going to keep you posted on these outages from AES Indiana and also Duke as crews work to turn the lights back on across Indiana as well. And sadly, these storms have turned deadly. In Jennings County, a 4-year-old boy died yesterday after first responders say a tree fell onto a home, trapping that boy in his bedroom.
It's a bad situation. There's nothing we can say that's going to make it any better. And we're going to push through this as a community. We're going to back the family and anything they need. Our thoughts are with them.
3 others in the home were able to get out okay.